Alright, Carolyn, this is for you. Alright, we'll just skip. Okay, so how we want to play early game is we'll just wait. So right here, you want to be standing next to me and attacking that to help whoever's jungling out. Alright? And usually you want to do 3 auto attacks in one spell and then come to the lane. That way you don't miss out on any experience from any of the minions. Alright, so right now what I would be doing if I was you is I'd be in this bush right here and I'd be moving forward and putting pressure on her by auto attacking and hitting Q to zone her out so she doesn't get experience and can't pick up gold from these minions. Okay, because right now she's not getting denied anything. So that's what I would be doing here. Alright, and then right here I'd still be standing. Yeah, you want to make sure to get a trinket. So right here you want to be standing in this brush, popping out every now and then, so she knows you're there, and the threat of you, like you actually doing something is, you don't have to do anything. It's more the threat that you do something is what keeps people back. So like right now she's probably not getting any experience from any of the minions dying. Okay, so we have a level advantage because that Callista was late to lane. So right now we should be pressing an advantage. Really, you just, every time that the Callista, who is this lady right here, every time that she goes to auto attack a minion, you should be trying to auto attack her just to put some damage and harass on her. So I think I barely make it out of here alive. So, and then yeah, so right here, if you look at that skill shot, it always moves in a straight line. So you always want to move side to side, never like follow it back. All right, always, because then you'll have a bigger chance of getting it, of missing it, dodging it. So you see how I moved, I kind of make a T out of it, or a cross of its the path and then the direction I want to go. So right here, we know that she's right here and she's got that thing that roots us. So you kind of walk right into it, and then I stupidly went all in. So right there, it honestly would have been better for you to back, and then I just try to scrounge up as much CS out of here as I can, because I've got an ability that will absorb a spell, which is my E. So instead, we fed a double kill to bot lane, which was really bad. So okay. So how we want to play this lane is, my champion, what she does is she just pushes the lane a lot. Alright, so that means we need to have wards right here in the river, like in this little corridor here. So you can put it either in the brush that's in the river there, or in that brush that looks like a triangle. Because right now we are very vulnerable to getting ganked by their jungler. Which is, I'm pretty sure, is, if I remember right, it's exactly what happens. Yeah, so you never want to get right next to this champion, because what she's going to do is she's just going to throw the bind at you and then throw that right here. Oh man, I missed my boomerang. And I missed my spell shield. So right here in this fight, the reason why Connor and I think we can do is because their 80 carry wasn't there. I was still relatively high health, and yeah, and plus the Morgana didn't have her CC anymore. So so right now this is actually looking really really bad. Even though I got 2 kills, it still wasn't really worth it because 3 of us died. Um, so yeah. So here you could actually be playing aggressive right here. As soon as my I close my shop. So you could be playing aggressive, and how the turret works is with the range creeps, you need to auto attack it twice and then 1 turret shot. So you generally want to auto attack, the turret will hit, and then you auto attack again to get the gold. With the melee guys, it's 2 turret shots and then you auto attack it, and the minions kind of mess it up, so you kind of have to time it. But that's kind of, and you do that, and you could pick up some free gold. You know, if I'm not there. So right now, right now I really don't care. I just want to push the wave and try to create pressure down bot so it relieves pressure in mid and top lane. Even though like everyone's losing lane right now. So here you kind of want to be right behind these melee minions. Okay, so I'm going to stop. This line right here is pretty much where the range of the turret. The turret goes from probably like right here and it comes out like that. And so like that's so, and if you do any damage to any champion in that range, you're gonna get hit by the turret. And as Sona, the turret literally probably only take 4 shots to kill you, because you're really 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 easy to kill. So right here, what you could be doing is standing like right here on the edge, wait for her to attack these creeps here. You'll be in range and you can auto attack Q and back up before the turret actually locks, if you do it fast enough. So you have to be really really fast on your micro there. So we keep going. Okay, so right here, I'm gonna stop. Right here, if I'm warding, you need to either back up and go this way or walk with me. This way we can clear, if like in case here there's a pink ward, so we can clear that and then get out together. Instead we get split, and I think Shyvana ends up coming from up here, and so and that just creates a bad situation because us getting split, because right, if you look right here, you can't really tell, but you're in position to get binded by the Morgana, which probably means you're gonna die because you'll get rooted, which means their 80 carry can attack you. And then I don't want to come down this way, because then she's going to come down and they're going to come up, and then I'm going to be stuck. Shit. I did not mean to do that. Okay. So then we keep going. And then, so you just need to run back to the turret and just call it good. And if anything, if you run back to the turret, so look at the mini map, you kind of come through here and loop back up with us. You don't want to go this way, because then you're just asking to get pincered off by their bot lane and then the jungler. So you always, as a support, you always want to be doing something, and that something can be something as simple as just being around. So it's like, oh, instead of it being a 3v2, it'll be a 3v3, even though you might not do anything. Just the potential or threat that you can do something is often, more often than not, enough to dissuade the team from going all in on us. All right. So, and then right here, yep, you want to. So we should be running back and helping our team. You could drop a ward right here in this brush, so if we have to exit out, we can still see if they're there. And then, yeah, I died. So she shouldn't have been here at all, honestly. She should have just stayed mid, because it was too late. Oh. And then, yeah, we wanted to get a ward in there. That way, you know, we can see what's going on. So if you look how much I'm clicking, like it's click 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 click. That's like how you need to be clicking. Just so you're moving all the time and you're always like, if you're moving all the time, you're always reacting and doing things. Versus if you stay standstill, then you have to. It takes more effort to react. Now that was odd because I ate the binding, but you got binded. Unless I spell shielded or rend. So right here, you kind of want to move forward. You'd want to get close enough where you can give me the E speed up, and that'll make it easier for us to chase. All right, so here we just need to run away. And then this cat, this is really annoying that it keeps doing that. Okay. So we see that. Yep. All right. Okay, so then our mid laner, like if you ever play mid lane and you notice yours is down bot, don't rotate after you see them bot lane or top lane. Just push the tower down. I mean, because right now you're just wasting time when you could be getting pressure on that mid turret. Okay? It's just a little side note. And then as far as your items go, like like the one in the first slot, it just hit number 1 if it has an activatable. It's like your potion, just hit number 2 for me. And you can just drag them into different slots. So right now we're still kind of in this because their AD carry is still behind from being gone for the first little bit. Okay, so we know that she's up there, which means we need to back up and just bait this for Connor to get. Alright, and then we just need to back up and just try to poke him. Okay, so they dive under tower, and I'm getting really frustrated by this point. Okay, so we lost our tower, so whenever you lose tower first in lane, or even if you take it first, just don't go back to the lane. You're better off trying to group up first, because generally in mid game, so right now it's the beginning of mid game. Generally in mid game, the team that groups up first tends to do better, or do able to accomplish more. So we want to group up so we can force objectives, like if we get a kill, then it's easier to take the objectives because we're already grouped up. Versus if we were still bot and they get a kill, then they can't really do anything because we're all spread out. Okay. So, as a support in general, what you want to do if you're going the ancient coin build is you want to get your the Nomad's medallion or whatever, the second one. Get that, and then you want a sightstone as soon as possible. Because right now we don't have a lot of vision, and what vision we do have, we can't react fast enough from it. Because like this ward that's right here, if we see them, we're already like caught out. But if we had a ward here, we can see them way in advance and have time to disengage. So right now, I honestly should be going bot, trying to pick up all that CS. And you just need to honestly spend time and and I need a backup here. I should just leave the turret. Yeah, we need to practice you dodging skill shots. Because there's just little things you can do to kind of throw people off. So now instead of going bot, I stayed mid, I died, and we lose mid turret, and I think we lose bot turret after this too. I think this is when it starts to turn around. Oh man. Okay, so we have to stay really safe here, like, and we see that their team's there, but they're gonna take the turret. So if you notice the turret's probably gonna go down, you may as well back up. That way, you know, they can't just engage right away as soon as like the turret goes down, kind of thing. So here, if you look at the map, we don't know where their Katarina is, their mid laner or their jungler is, and their Katarina is really, really strong right now. So now we know we have vision of her. She's right in our jungle, blue side. All right, and so we shove this, and right there, or no, right there we don't have vision of her anymore. So we need to go to the brush and back up because she could double kill us right here, because she does a lot of damage. So as soon as like we don't have vision of her, we just need to back up. Okay. All right. So right now. Right now we just want to take this turret if possible. Okay, yeah. Okay, so if you stop here, this is what I was talking about, taking the long way. So right here, if you look at my mini-map, I see them all coming. Alright, so I could either go this way, through the river, and then up the lane with you guys. But if I do that, I'm going to be behind you guys already, alright, and they're going to be able to kill me. So I want to come up this way, and then I could go like just on the, like right here and just go straight that way and come into mid lane. But that still would not be the best way to go, because they can just rotate up and then kill me. That's why I was saying it's just better to go this way, this way, this way, and then instead of even coming into mid lane here, they could still catch me with a bind, or they could just poke me out. So that's why I took this gate here and then came around at the turret, because there's still, so if you look, you know, I don't want to meet up with you guys here. I'm thinking here, alright, I might be able to just come in this way, and then I see cat coming, so then I want to keep going up, so I stay safe. And then instead of coming through here, I want to go into the gate and around so I don't get caught by CC and bursted and died. So that's kind of how you want to path your way around. Alright, so right here, just want to be with the team, just kind of giving out heals and speed ups if you can. Just so you know, so people stay safer. We don't get bursted out quite so much. Nice. Okay, so right here I see a lot of people mid lane, which gives an opportunity to push bot lane and potentially get a turret out of it. Even though I think it doesn't work ultimately. So right here we're like, okay, we need to push this and just go back. Because they're all gone, but Kliss is there, but we don't know where the other ones are. So they could come back. So right here, instead of walking back like into the base like you did, you should have just like walked down by me and hit B. Because it'd be faster. Even in where you are there, like you're actually more likely to get killed and attacked from there than if you backed where I did. Because you're close, like it's a shorter distance for them to travel. Okay, so here you can decide to either go mid or top lane. Just pick one group of people and just stick with it. Generally, you probably want to go with the one that has more people in it. And then also, you should be warding up our jungle, which you don't have a sight stone yet, I know, in the game, but that's why you want to get a sight stone earlier. And then it just gives us information of where their team is, since we're behind right now. And in general, like if they have more turrets down, we need to than we have their turrets, we need to ward our jungle. But if we have more turrets down than they have our turrets, you need to ward their jungle. And just real quick, good places to ward is right there. There's a brush there. That's a good spot to ward. Brush here. That brush there. Ward inside the wolf camp. This little intersection right here. This brush here. And then also vice versa. So inside wolf. Right there, that intersection. Actually right here, this spot here and this spot here. It's a good spot to ward if we're like pushing into their base. Or pushing these turrets here so we know if they're going to flank us. That being said, pretty much any intersection is a good spot to ward. Like, and then, yeah, right here we just need to back up. Also, if you know they're pushing, or they could potentially push, but you don't know where they are, just throw like a ward, just throw a ward right here in the middle of the lane. So then if their minions are right here, and we don't have vision of this area, but we're pushed this far, then we know that we can, if they're going to be coming up through here. Okay, so right here, honestly, you shouldn't be going this way. You should be going this way, up, and then around. That you could have potentially died there. So. Alright, and you guys also should not be fighting. Even under tower, just back off if you need to and let them take the tower. Because it's better for them to get the tower and nobody die than to have everybody die and then they get the tower anyways. You know. Okay, so there are Morgana DCs here, and this is what gets us back in the game. Yeah, so right here, you just move with us. You want to ward, if we're pushing into this tower, ward here, and then ward here. Also, if you're on the side of the map that we start on, like so if you're what we call this red side, um, then you want to ward this brush right here. That way they have to go the farthest amount of distance possible to clear it. But if you're on blue side, which is like where they start, then you want to ward it right here. It's just little things like that, you know, it makes it harder for them to take it versus, you know, if you put it in the middle or, you know, whatever. Alright, so here we got a double kill, plus we have a really, really big minion wave, and we know where their mid laner is getting chased out, plus we know Nasus is top lane, so we want to push this turret, because we got the wave, so it's more than likely we're going to be able to take it. And then we don't see anybody else, so we just keep pushing, and the people we do see, we know where they are, like, and we know there's no chance that they can flank us, and we know the other people are going to be coming straight up through lane through here. So that's why we can safely push this. And I don't know if we get the inhib out of this or not, or if it's just the turret. So we push. Their cat suicides up here, I think. Get the inhib, and as soon as you get the inhib, just back up, dipset, go back in and buy with, because we just got a lot of gold in a really short amount of time. I think we got 3 turrets, which is like, let me think, 450 gold or something like that. 375 for 3 turrets. So that's a lot of gold. And then Nasus gets top turret too. And the reason why we call Dragon here is because we just took the inhib, which means they're going to be occupied defending that area. Plus we know Nasus took top, so we have a double threat going right now. So if they go to Nasus, we get this for free. But if they come to us, then Nasus can push and get that turret for free. So it's like making them choose between the lesser of 2 evils. You know, which one do we want to do? And then I explain the whole backing thing. So like how that works is we have vision because of this ward. We have these minions here, so they can either come from this direction, or they can come from river, or they come from mid lane. Cat's in mid lane, so if they come from mid, she'll be able to collapse quickly. We know she won't. They won't, or if whether or not they're coming from here, because we have vision, and then the minions also give us vision if they're going to come from bot lane. So that's why it's like this is a good spot to back. Oh man! All right, so right now we just want to push mid and get mid turret because since we're in the comeback, we're coming back pretty big. Plus, it's still a 4v5 because their Morg's still dead or AFK. That's like free gold essentially. Like if you're ahead and there's still one of these like outer turrets up, that's like a free 125 gold for everybody. So you may as well just take it and get the gold, and it helps snowball you even more. And then we know Shyvana's top side, I think with another person. Yeah, Riven's top side. So I put a ward in the wolf because they're more than likely going to be coming this direction and then flanking us. So then we know if they're coming, and I think Riven does come that. Yeah, Riven comes that way. And then it would also, yeah. So there's all these little like nooks and crannies that people can hide in the fog of war. And that was stupid of me. I should have not gone in like that, but oh. Yeah, so right here, like if you're in a situation like this, so like we have super minions pushing into their base and they've been in their base, we just want to keep them from going back to base so they can't defend their base. So you keep vision on them, and you don't even have to engage like he did. You just have to get close enough so they, if they are about to back, you can just stop it by attacking them. Alright, so right now we got pressure from bot lane minions, and so we just want to keep pushing mid since that's the last inner turret up. It's the easiest one to take right now. Alright. You always kind of want to check for their buffs, just because it's a nice little boost if you can get it, because then somebody's going to get the bonus. You know, either damage plus slow, or the bonus mana regen plus cooldown reduction. That was really, really brave of me to face check like that. So right here, people are either calling Baron and turrets. And the reason why I think turrets was the better idea, and which is I'm glad we did it, is because the turrets give more right at this moment than if we had Baron. Because if we had Baron, we're low, we would have to go back, and then we'd push down these turrets. But we can already get the turrets, so we don't need Baron to take the turrets. We need Baron to take the rest of the structures that are up. Okay, so that's why it'd be better to get them now, because we don't need the Baron to get them now. So just get them now, get them over with, kind of thing. And so we get the two structures versus like if we have Baron, it's a lot easier to kill the last bit of turrets. Okay. Okay, so right now we just want to stay grouped up as 5 and kind of move around the map as like a single unit. Because it's like the best way for us to win. Strength in numbers kind of deal. So I'm just pushing this out a little bit, so it gives us a bigger kind of padding for us to take dragon without a chance of resistance. And then right here, like if you look at what I'm doing here, this is kind of what you need to do in lane, is I'm not actually doing anything, it's just the threat that I might do something that's keeping that Shyvana away from potentially stealing the dragon. Does that make sense? Okay, so, alright, so Shyvana's here, alright? We're ahead, plus I know I have 2 members that are right here in the dragon pit, alright? And she'd be going in by herself. So if we're winning lane, this is what you need to do, is you need to not necessarily open. A lot of times you just are in the lane brushes here. You see, I just kind of take a long way around, and then I make it so if she does go in, we can collapse on her really easily and do a lot of damage. But I don't actually have to do anything other than just be there. Okay? So I just keep standing there. If she loses sight of me, I'm like, hey, I'm still here. You can't go forward without getting collapsed on. Alright, and here we know they're all right there, and we're strong enough, so we just want to fight. And then I know Morg's there. It's a free kill. And I waste a lot of time. So if she's that, if anybody's that low, you could pretty much just fight them, even if you are Sona, because just auto attack Q and you're gonna do that much damage. Alright, so now the game's pretty much done. I'm gonna just skip forward. Skipping. So if we're sieging their base, you always want to get a ward on the inside of their little gate thing. Alright, and we take the turret, and I think, yeah, we end up getting ace, but the super minions win. Alright, so if any of that needs more explanation, you can just ask me.